Hello, hey YouTube, this is Alice and welcome back to my channel. And I have with me again Lexi. And we are here to do a Q&A. Yeah, so just want you to remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And without further ado, we are going to jump on into the questions.
Okay. If money were no object, what would you do all day?
So, if money were no object, I would probably travel. I would travel.
Same. However, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably do some shopping in there too.
So where would you go next? Where would you go? If you like the question, if you ain't have it, you ain't have to worry about money. Where would you travel to first?
The Maldives,
Mm-hmm.
the Netherlands,
Okay.
the UK,
Mm-hmm.
and Japan.
Interesting.
Are you?
Okay. Well, I would go to Australia first. I would go to Australia.
Why there? That's the only place?
No. I would go to Australia. Then I would go to Europe. I would go to England first. Then I would want to go to France as well. I would want to go to France.
Actually, yeah. Check
Yeah, I want to go to France. Yeah, and just learn the whole French culture, the foods, the people. Yeah, I would like that. So that's where I would go.
Yeah, France would be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So the next question is list 2 pet peeves. You want to go first?
I have a lot, so I need to think about that. So you can go first.
So, a pet peeve for me is when someone tells me they're going to do something and they do not. That irks me to my soul. That's one. And then another pet peeve is... Yeah, that's really the one. Another pet peeve. Oh, is when I'm driving, right? When you're driving, and then as you're driving, the person that's waiting for you to pass as you're, driving straight, and then they're coming out to turn onto your street, and then they will wait until you come up, and then they decide to go.
That's never. I don't think that's happened to me.
That. Oh, Lord, thank God I have the type of spirit that I have. Because let me tell you, I think I don't have road rage. Because I tell you, that boils my blood.
That's a good one. I feel like a lot of people get road rage easy.
Yeah, but see, you know what? You can't. I tell, like, my brother, for instance, he gets really hyped. He's on 10 when he's on the road. And I tell him, I'll be like, boy, you gotta be careful because people is crazy today. They'll
follow you.
Yes!
Try and run you off the road or something. I've seen it.
Last week on the news, it was a road rage down in the city. They got out the car and start banging, fighting. Now, I don't know what the problem was, but it's not that important. But yeah, those are 2 of my pet peeves.
Yes, I'd have to say my one is when you said, when someone says something they're gonna do and then they do it.
Yes.
And then the other one, I had it in my head and I lost it. Oh, my pet peeve is when people tell me I look tired and I'm not tired.
You're not
because to me, when people tell me I look tired and I'm not tired, it's you look like crap.
What you
I'm like,
mean?
okay, you're calling me ugly. I'm just like, okay. And even if I am tired, and you say, "Oh, you look tired." Even if I am tired, I know I'm tired. That's like my personality. I'm
I
just
say
tired
tired
all
more.
the times. I don't like when people comment on it because then I just take it as, oh, I look like crap. Because if you know me, then you know
Right.
you already know I'm always tired, so you don't have to tell me. So,
Well, Lex, you are the queen of sleep.
but that just irks my soul, like,
Yes.
ultimately.
Yes. Okay. My favorite. Okay, go ahead.
This next question is, what part of a man do you find most attractive?
Oh my goodness, girl. Okay, so I'm a little peculiar anyway. So the most attractive thing about a man, I think, okay, when it comes to the body, non-sexually, a man's neck. Every time I say that, I get that look. But let me tell you why. Okay. Okay, so a man who has like a thin, scrawny neck, I don't mean to be mean, but I'm not going to say it, but when a man has like a nice, thick neck and just that Adam's apple that's not too much, but just right, there's something about a man.
I mean, I get what you're saying, because some necks do look good.
Yes.
But, like, that's
it
not,
just
like...
seems manly, like a sign of strength to me. And also, I love a man with long arms.
Okay.
And his hand.
Okay. My favorite, my most, I don't even know.
Girls,
I guess
neck.
I guess it's their... I don't know. This is a hard question.
Girl.
Do I find most attractive? I feel like the thing I find most attractive is them being able to make me laugh.
Okay, so that was I was talking about the body part.
Okay.
Okay, so
because like I don't have a physical thing. That's the thing. Because like I don't have like a physical thing. Because like I'm not. Like for me, like if you can make me laugh, and honestly that comes first, and honestly everything else blocks out until I'm attracted to that guy enough to actually pay attention to his looks, then I actually pay attention. But before, it's just if he can make me laugh. And honestly, his face, I guess his face just has to like catch my eye, I guess. I don't know.
Well, okay.
That's a hard question for me. I don't know.
All right, so you say a man that makes you laugh. That's important. I like a man that's gentle, and I like a man that can be, serious and be about his business, but that's also like a kid at heart that likes to have fun.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
and like it's usually the ones like that can make you laugh and keep you entertained. Like,
yeah,
that's just good company, good vibes. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Describe a date that was horrible. Oh boy. I'll let you go.
I don't. A horrible date.
Girl, I
can't even.
I know you be pulling them. I know you be pulling them.
I mean,
you be pulling them.
I guess
know
I
you
wouldn't
got some
even
horse.
call it a date. It was more like a bad Tinder experience, because everyone knows what Tinder's for, right? So basically what it was.
I heard about Tinder. Somebody had told me about Tinder, but didn't tell me what.
The gist of it is just for hooking up.
See.
And honestly, that was back when I was still in college. But this one particular date, it was just awkward because we met at a restaurant, and then basically it was just an awkward vibe the whole time, because basically it was just him. I was just I was the only one like enjoying myself. I could tell. So
What?
it just ended bad, and I never talked to him after that.
Girl, I got a story to tell, and I'm gonna make it quick. So my worst date was, I never forget, Gina, my sister, and I don't know if she will remember this, but me and my sister, we was
My mom.
somewhere, yes. We were somewhere downtown, and I was waiting for something, and this guy comes up to me, and he, says hello. And he asked me what my name was, talked a little bit, and so then he's like, well, can I get your number, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we exchanged numbers, and so we talked a few times, and then Valentine's Day was coming up, right?
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, look, what's that train station in the city? What's the train station? No.
Center City.
Yeah, the train station. Where the Greyhound is, but it's the train station.
30th Street.
30th Street.
30th Street.
He was like, because he lived in the city, he was like, well, do you want to meet, do you know where 30th Street Station was? So we planned to meet at the 30th Street Station. Okay, so I'm going to cut through all that other stuff. So, honey, meet him at the 30th Street train station, right? So, I follow him to where he lives. Child, come to find out he lived with his mama in his basement. In her basement. Girl, I tell you, yeah, you probably thought about that one. But let me tell you, and I'm kidding, my God. I said, Jesus, you get me out of this, I will never. Honey, so listen. Child, he took me down to the basement, and me, I am like one of those people, because I'm such a nice person, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so I'm not rude.
I'm growing out of that.
So I'm just going through the motion. So he leads me down to the basement, where he has his bed. So then he asked me this question, y'all. He was like, oh my God, I get the chills. He was like, can I grind off of your butt? That's what he said.
Oh, wait. So what was he even asking to do? I don't get it.
He just came out and asked me this.
I'm
yes.
confused.
So imagine me sitting there with that question out of the blue. He says to me, well, see, this is what it was. Because in our talking, right, because I let a guy know straight up, I'm like, look, I'm not sexual, like I'm not
sexually active.
Yeah, and I don't believe in premarital sex. So if you're okay with that, cool, but ain't nothing going on this way.
So okay, so he probably wanted to like dry hump and.
Yes, that's what he y'all. Oh my gosh. So I start to get scared. I start to get nervous. He was like, why? I said, because I'm very uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
And so he gets mad. Like, he had brought me this teddy bear, this necklace, all this stuff. And mind you, we only talked for like maybe a couple weeks after I met him, after we met.
Yeah.
He was like, well, you know what? Give me my stuff back. He took I didn't care. I just wanted to get out of there. I don't know where his mama went. In my mind, I'm thinking, Lord, if you get me out of here. I said, Jesus, I shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. I hate dating. Like, I totally don't date anymore. I don't believe it's biblical, first of all. And that's just not my ministry. God ain't called me to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the, people that don't want to be bothered with you. No way. When you tell them ain't nothing going to happen, they going, like, they keep bringing it up like I'm going to change my mind. I said, no.
Yeah.
That's a complete sentence. But anyway, that was my worst date. I was out of there.
That's traumatizing. I'll be like,
y'all,
what?
I can't even convey right now the fear and the anxiety I felt with that question. Like, how weird is that?
Yeah. Oh. Well, what was your best date and why?
Okay. Do you want to go first on this one?
Well, sure, because mine's short.
Okay, mine's short too, but go ahead.
It was just, I had went out with someone and we went to Dave and Buster's. And it was just a nice balance. Like, there was drinking, there was games. And he was competitive, I was competitive. And it was just nice because afterwards, too, like, you know, we were drinking, so we were comfortable, but it wasn't weird. It was like, it was just like cool. And he was, and it was good playing the game, so it was nice. I like doing something, and it was just something we didn't get bored.
Okay.
That was a good date for me.
Okay. Well, my first date, and actually this was the guy that I actually wound up having a relationship, was like my very first relationship. And this was back a few years, probably back in, I don't know, I was in my like late 30s. That's how long it's been. But anyway, we went to the movies, right? And we had to wait to see the movie. So he was like, well, would you like to play a couple of video games? And me, like, my thing is feed me, play, I'm good. Like, so, because I like to play, I'm a big kid. So we played videos, right? And he was like, well, do you want something from the concession stand? And I was like, yes, that would be nice. So we get to the concession stand, right? And he was like, well, what do you want? I was like, oh, I just want something to drink or whatever. So this is the part that got me.
What was it?
So he hands me my drink, right? I'm about to take my straw. He gets my straw and I'm about to put it in my cup. He takes the straw from me and he unwraps it and he puts it in my cup.
Oh,
he took the straw and he put it. That to me spoke volumes.
Okay.
Oh my God, like that. See, it's the nonverbal. See, I'm telling you, that to me told me a lot about him in terms of being sensitive, number one, and having the ability to be a nurturer. Because usually we don't see, but oh my God, that, needless to say.
It's the little things that count.
Yeah, and that thing, he had me when he took that straw and put it in my cup. It was the end game. Yeah. Wow. That gesture right there. And he was, when I say I was only in love once, that was
it. Wow.
But we didn't.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Why things don't work out. So.
But that to me was
that's
the
interesting.
Best
That's
date.
really interesting.
That
little
volumes.
Thing.
It did. It was so little, but it was big because I saw behind I saw the type of man he was just by that gesture.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So that was my best date. So. What was your funniest moment, or what was a moment you had that was
my funniest moment? I will never forget. It's from a long time ago. In middle school, right? In the 8th grade, and me and my best friend, Atana. Me and my best friend were in our English class, right? And during the curriculum, it was the time when we were talking about the Holocaust or whatever, right? And so everyone, it was like our teacher was like showing us he was like reading and showing us pictures of like the Holocaust or whatever. So all of the class was sitting on the carpet and we were all gathered around looking at these Holocaust pictures. So already the tone of the room was like really serious and upset and serious, right?
right?
But as we're talking about this, I'm looking around the room. Mind you, Atana, my best friend, is sitting right next to me. And then I noticed, I don't know why I did, but I looked behind me for like a split second. and there's this kid behind me. And I just looked at him for like a split second and I burst out laughing. And the only reason why was because he was sitting there like this. And one eye was looking this way. And the other eye was looking this way. And then I was like, I tried to be discreet. And I was like, no, look, turn around. I tried to tell her. And then she turned around. And then she did that laugh where like it's loud but like you're trying to hold it in. And so basically the whole time me and her are cracking up, dying. And like because it was serious, we were trying not to laugh because everyone thought we were laughing at the Holocaust pictures or whatever, but we weren't.
Oh yeah.
And so I was in literal tears. And our teacher was like, he was shaking his head. He's like, so rude. And I was just like, yo, I'm sorry. I was like, we need to calm down. But it was hard. It was like one of those moments when, when you're not supposed to laugh. That's when it's even funnier. Yeah. And I was just like,
then the laugh come out worse because you trying to hold it in.
Yeah, that was just the funniest.
That's why I say just because this kind of like when you choking and you try not to choke and you want. That's what I'm saying. If you got to choke, you let it out. Because if you.
Sorry, this is for the time when they tried to sing it.
Oh, that was my funny. Oh my God. Okay. So, all right. Okay, so my mother. Oh, gee. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so God rest her soul. How you doing, Mama? So my mom passed away April of 2018, right? And so
I remember this moment.
Yes, and so we were all. They had all the grandkids, nieces, nephew. We were all standing up there. And everybody had, they were giving everybody a chance to say something, whether it was a fond memory or whatever it was. Everybody was given a chance to say something about, how they felt about mommy or whatever. So, my brother,
my uncle,
why did he get up and call himself singing? Gina, what did he sing?
Wasn't it something like he made up? Cause he's.
When I say
he was singing.
Everybody in church.
First everybody was all tears. We was up, but when he got up to start singing that song, and he buzzed, he was like, "Oh!"
He made a hot.
Me and Gina, me and my sister, we was like this. I was acting like I was trying to console her. We was.
People thought we was crying, we was cracking up.
But come to find out, after the funeral, everybody was laughing. But we needed that laugh though. But if y'all could have heard the way he was trying to sing, I forget the song that he sung.
I hate to say,
we love you, brother. It was good. It was good.
At that moment, like thankfully I had my little niece, so it looked like I was playing with her. With me when I was like, I smiled and I looked away because she was like playing on the ground. I was like, oh.
I bet Bobby was up in. Bobby was up there heaven laughing. But it was kind of a pause, a break in, into I guess the sadness, the pain, or whatever. But boy, after that wedding, we was at the repast. We talked about that thing. Oh Lord, I hope he don't see this because I don't think he know to this day that we was crying. Oh Jesus!
Well, I'm gonna get this one.
It was a beautiful song. Okay, let's go.
Next question.
Okay.
What did you want to be when were small?
Okay, so I have always I knew I wanted to grow up and be, I've always only ever wanted to be, it was two things. I've always wanted to be in a beauty pageant, and I've always wanted to be a hairdresser and own my own shop. Like those were the two things, either to like model clothes or whatever, to be in a beauty pageant, and to also be a beautician and own my own shop. I've always wanted to do
Well, you're
that.
definitely still a beautician. You're good at makeup and hair.
Yeah. So that was it for me. What about you?
I remember I wanted to be a veterinarian. And because I loved animals. I still love animals. I love them so much. And the only thing that turned me off with it is when I had a physiology and anatomy class in like high school.
Right.
And when I realized I couldn't memorize their body parts, I was like, I can't do this.
Didn't you want to be a psychiatrist or love?
No, very first when I was very little, I wanted to be a vet.
cancel?
I wanted to be a vet
Oh, okay.
when I was young.
Oh, when you were young. Okay.
I wanted to be a vet. Then I grew up, and I switched. I wanted to be a sex therapist.
Okay.
And that's where that is.
Okay.
And yeah, next question.
All right.
What makes you angry?
What makes you angry? See, it really takes a lot to make me angry. Like, I'm just mild tempered.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, like it really takes a lot. And when I say a lot, it takes me a lot. And even when I'm at that point, I'm still real reserved. Because I don't like conflict and I don't like hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah.
I know. What makes me angry is there are a lot of things that make me angry. So we're not even gonna get into that list because I have a short temper, but I've been getting better with it. I'm not one to like call the fight or anything like that, but I do have a short temper. But as fast as the anger comes, it goes depending on like who I'm mad at and what the situation was. But usually, as fast as it comes, as fast as it goes back. It's a really short fuse. So a lot makes me go off.
See,
Unfortunately.
I'm like, yeah, nothing. I don't really.
But like I never get to the point where I say something I don't mean. Because usually what I say is facts. But I'm getting better at it.
Okay.
Better at it.
So this is our last question, and it says, "Are you an introvert or extrovert?" I am definitely an introvert.
Me too.
Definitely.
Actually, it depends on the environment. Cause like, say if we're like at like a big family reunion, and I'll probably come off as like an outgoing relative, one of them. But like when it's like with strangers and stuff, I definitely am an introvert. Like I'm not one. I'm definitely not one to like go up and introduce myself to people. I like speak when spoken to. That's how I am.
Do you ever feel socially awkward?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yo, definitely when I go out with my friends and I'm not necessarily cool or know like their other friends, so I'm just there. And honestly, I'm like the third wheel friend because my friends they are always in the know. They got connects with everybody, and then they bring me along, and then I'm just there. So I mean, unless I feel comfortable enough, like say if there's alcohol there or something else, to like, relax us, I'm really an introvert. But
I am such an introvert. Like if I'm like around family or people that I'm used to, then somewhat I can be a little bit of life of the party, cracking corny jokes or whatever. But when I'm around people that I don't know and I'm in social settings, I don't know what it is. I just kind of shut down a bit. Yeah. And because I do that, sometimes people think that maybe I'm snooty or don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, or think you're like, yeah.
But not at all. I'm just so shy. Like, and I know I'm daggone 50 years old and I don't know what it is. I'm like very shy. Very shy.
Yeah.
So.
I know though if I'm like the person, like, she's bringing other friends along with people they don't know, I try to make sure that everyone is comfortable, because I know how it is to, like, not feel comfortable around.
Yeah, and when I'm by myself, like, I enjoy being by myself. Like, I can entertain myself and be perfectly fine. And sometimes I prefer that.
Yeah.
I prefer small, intimate settings, really.
Yeah, really small. It's
Yes.
not one-on-one, honestly, for me. Yeah.
I don't like crowds. I really don't. So that's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, so did you
That was
wanna
a fun,
add anything? Yeah, so Lexi is my niece because she is young and she has her finger on the pulse of what's,
Relevant?
current, relevant, what's current.
Although, not really.
Yeah. So she's helping me, like, with, coming up with content because I'm still trying to figure out this whole YouTube thing. And I don't even think that I've really done an introduction as to what I'm about on my channel. So she's helping me, come up with ways for people to get to know me and what I'm
because she's
about.
a very interesting person when you get to know her. And she's got the personality. She's just, we just need the topics to talk about. And so
She encourages
because I feel like once she gets the idea and the topic, she can easily, like, go off about it and it'll be very entertaining. She just needs
I'm always in my head.
She just
I'm
needs
in my
something
head.
to do, because, like, it's so easy to go aimlessly in a video.
Yeah. But so stay tuned. Like, be on the lookout for other interesting videos, things that I have on the, on the back burner, things that I have cooking up. Also, too, I know I wanted to do a part 2 or continuation to a video I did about furniture that I had purchased at the Habitat for Humanity. I got the furniture in, but I'm still, trying to set up my living space. And when I am complete, I'm going to definitely showcase that. But anyway, again, like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, everyone be blessed and have a good week coming up. Bye-bye.
Bye.